people will tell you not to take risks, and it's very well intentioned. But there are contexts, when you're young, like people say, okay, it must have been scary to drop out. Not really. I mean, I could have gone back. There's no flesh wounds involved in failure. So failure's probably a better teacher and more of an okay thing. And I think this whole safety thing, physical safety, emotional safety, in many cases that we've gone too far.
Yeah. Did dropping out at that time feel like a big risk?
No, it
No,
didn't.
not even.
The first time I felt it was when I was hiring people who moved their family and they had kids. And I was like, if I can't pay this guy his check, this is rude. He's got a real problem. And I'm kind of implicitly promising him I've got this thing figured out. So that scared me.
Yeah. There's a scene in The Social Network where you're on stage and Mark Zuckerberg's in the auditorium, and then they leave and they say, the speaker just said the next Bill Gates could be sitting in this room, and then Mark goes, that is Bill Gates. Is that true?
That is absolutely true. Mark and I have laughed about that a lot, that our experience at Harvard, dropping out of Harvard, telling people that, hey, we saw something other people didn't see. Very, very similar.
Question number 3, what would you say is the most important problem the smartest people on the planet should be solving right now?
There's many candidates, making sure we don't use nuclear weapons, avoid bioterrorism, climate change, caring for the poorest, which we're kind of losing that. But I would say shaping AI has, for me, risen to the top of that list. We need to do all those. We can't just skip, any of those. But this one is going to be a very big deal in the next decade.
And what would be your advice to the biggest business leaders in the world in regard to that?
Well, I don't think you can count on them. Their competitive framework is to go full speed. And so only government's in a position to say, wait a minute, slow down. For the good stuff, you want them to lower the price and get it done sooner. And so we can't, although yes, they should be part of the dialogue and they're humans and citizens too, but you can't count on them because the metric for them is to go full speed.